Audio Runner is an audio-only adventure horror game about a character who loses their eyesight from the attack of malicious creatures and must now use their ears to escape from a perilous cave. Here's a brief demonstration of its gameplay and how the audio was implemented into Unity using Wwise.
Welcome to Audio Runner. Press space or the A button to start. Ah! You yelled. You have been blinded by an attack to the face by an unknown creature while you were exploring a dark cave. You should be able to remember how to get out, but you'll have to go by sound and feel alone. To make things even worse, the same creatures that took your vision are now after you. It's time to run, jump, climb, and slide your way out of this place. Press D to run, W to climb, space to jump, and S to slide. Now, run. That sounds like loose gravel. Better jump over that bit. Ooh, you fell over the cliff edge to your death. Ouch. The ceiling's getting lower. You might have to slide. Oh man, you just hit a wall and knocked yourself out. Ooh, here come the creatures. Oh no, you were overtaken by the creatures and died a gruesome death. How tragic. You did it. You feel the sun on your face and the breeze in the air. It seems that the creatures detest the sunlight and have retreated back into the cave. Now, it's time to call in for help and probably go see a doctor about that eye. Anyways, good job.
Starting in Wwise, the monster's approach was made as a blend container of 3 different simultaneous monster tracks. The volume, low-pass filter, and panning is affected by the distance of the monsters. As they get closer, low-pass filter goes down, volume goes up, and the creature's sounds are slowly panned from the left speakers to the center. As for how the player moves, this footsteps container is controlled by a locomotion type state, which checks to see if the player is climbing, jumping, landing, running, or sliding. Each of these locomotion types have containers for dirt, grass, gravel, metal, and stone, allowing me to experiment with different types of terrains to see which one is most suitable for the scenario. There are 3 types of deaths in Audio Runner, one for the player falling in a pit, another for getting caught by the monsters, and another for bumping into a wall. These are all designed within Wwise by adding each individual sound to a blend container, and adding a delay to each sound after the first to give the impression of a sequence of events. Finally, our last bit of sound effects are of course all of the voiceovers in the game. Many of them are single SFX, while a few are in random containers to give a little bit of variation to the game. Voiceovers like the controls and try again are controlled by a control type state group. This makes it so that a different VO is played depending on whether the player is using a keyboard or a controller. As for buses, there is the Master Audio Bus, followed by a bus specifically for the general SFX, and a separate bus for voiceovers. The Master Audio Bus has a peak limiter, the SFX bus is acting as an auxiliary bus and contributes the reverb of the cave, and the VO bus has a Wwise expander and compressor. Most of the events are dedicated to playing each of the voiceovers, the death sounds, or general movement. However, there are a few others to help with transitions. The Stop All VO, Stop Monsters, and Stop Movement events in particular are designed to ensure that sounds don't play longer than they should, or voiceover events don't overlap with each other, especially since the monster and movement sounds are both looped. Over in Unity, all of the audio is controlled in 2 major scripts, the Audio Manager and the Voice Manager. In the Audio Manager, we check to see which state the player is in, like what material the player is supposed to be walking on, and what obstacle the player is supposed to overcome next. For the example of approaching a wall, we swap to the dirt state, and when approaching an overhang to slide under, we swap to the grass state. As for the Voice Manager, we have references to every voiceover event in the inspector. Each time a voiceover event is triggered in the Game Manager, it'll post one of these voiceovers to the player.